All right, what is going on, Capricorn North Node placements? If you have Capricorn in your as your North Node, this reading is for you. Okay. Keep in mind, my readings as always are in general in nature, meaning they're not going to resonate with all of you, nor are they meant to. So please keep that in mind. If you do, however, or would like a reading specific, tailored to your specific energy and situation, please reach out. I'm available. Otherwise, let's get into your reading, shall we? So, looking at the bottoms of the decks that I've used for you, Capricorn, is feels like some of you are maybe experiencing losses at this time, or at least it feels that way. There may be things that are ending. Some of you may be seeing like dead, catching like things like your plants may be dying. You may be finding dead plants, dead trees, things like that. And given that the season that we're in, it's actually in alignment. So I feel like for some of you, it's really giving anything that's leaving your experience at this time, or it feels like something is dying. That's ultimately symbolic of a completion of some sort, something that is dead, done, it's over with. Maybe a cycle in your life is complete. It's an opportunity to basically move forward, to turn the leaf, so to speak, to turn a leaf, turn a new leaf. That saying, right? To basically start anew, in a sense. So it feels like for some of you, whatever is leaving your experience at this time, it's important for you to realize and allow yourself to see how it's ultimately freeing you in some type of way, how it's ultimately, helping you restore your sovereignty, basically putting you back in power or control of your own experience at this time. It feels like for those of you that are also having a hard time with that, you're being encouraged to allow yourself to connect to your higher self, to connect to the higher power, whether it's your own higher self, whether it's source energy itself, whatever that is for you. It's giving you an opportunity to connect to that higher power in order to guide you, to maybe show you what you need to see, or maybe what you haven't seen about the situation, especially if it's one that's challenging, or it feels like things are, like I said, dying in your life. You can't seem to keep things alive. That's an indication. Okay, it's telling you something. Others of you, it's trying to tell you where you need to relieve stress, where you need to maybe let something go, where you need to reclaim maybe your independence, where something like that. And it's so interesting because during your pre-shuffle, I don't know if those of you that pay attention to the pre-shuffle, I was guided um mid shuffle to change decks, which doesn't happen very often at all. But when I do get that guidance, I listen. And now looking at the bottom of it, I can see why. Okay, because I stopped using this deck before I was able to actually pull a card from it. And your card number 2 with the Capricorn sign here, okay, that is what was at the bottom, right? As well as now I'm just seeing it, 7, which is Scorpio. Scorpio is a death card in tarot, which represents endings, transformation, major endings, meaning no coming back from that, right? The dead, like something being dead, done, over with. There's no return coming, there's no returning from it, right? And it essentially what this is talking about, right? Seeing the bigger picture, unending, right? Realizing that anything that leaves your life doesn't mean that it's completely over. So even if someone is unalived or like transitions off the planet, there's no such thing as death, right? So this is the universe letting you know that the universe is in control right now. The universe is ultimately putting you back in your power in some type of way. The universe is what's making all of whatever is happening, whatever is leaving or considered dying in your life. The universe is this higher power, whatever that is for you. That is what's ultimately doing this, because something is not for you. It's taking away things that are no longer for you, whatever is not serving you anymore. Okay, so that's going to be up to you to decide what that is, but that's what this is indicating. Okay, it's ultimately having you, putting you back in your power, supporting you in not letting your emotions run your life in some type of way. Okay, for some of you, it's ultimately helping you to have better control over the way you respond to things, and maybe from a more balanced place versus an emotional place. Okay, so this is, like I said, could be something that you've definitely cared a lot about or had a lot of feelings or emotions for. But if it's no longer serving you, it's putting you in a position to let it go, to walk away from it. Okay, in order to heal, in order to restore balance. For others of you, it's order to restore balance and receive what it is that you've been asking for, whatever makes you happy, whatever you've been asking to come in its place. For some of you, are you may not realize that anything that's leaving your life, it's ultimately making room for what it is you've asked for. A lot of people don't always realize that when things or people suddenly leave their experience, they take it personal. They get mad at the universe, or they make it as if it's their fault, they did something wrong, not realizing that that's just sometimes an energetic sacrifice. 4 on the timer, that's just an energetic sacrifice to make room for what it is you're asking for. Okay, and sometimes that requires us to leave the old version of us behind And that will sometimes also include the things in that old version, within that old version of us, needs to be left behind in order for us to step into the new. Okay. So your theme cards, we have, ooh, this came out for Gemini as well. You may want to check out that reading if you are maybe a Gemini sun, moon. Okay. So we have abundance that came out. That's beautiful. We also have the Fates, card 17, beautiful. So you may be a life path 17. That could be your birthday, okay? And the abundance is card 38, okay? Which reduces to an 11. 17 reduces to an 8. So any of those numbers may be of significance to you. But this is, again, about divine timing. I was just talking about that, how the universe is in control here. So we have the Fates, okay, which literally speaks about destiny, divine timing. We then have higher power, okay? And then at the bottom of this one, we have the universe. Okay, so like I said, it's like there's a higher power at play here, Capricorn. So I feel like for those of you that, like I said, are struggling to maybe feeling like you're trying to control something, understand that things are happening exactly how they need to in order to put you in your abundance, to maybe put you on path to your abundance. Okay, to maybe remind you how abundant you are, even if things leave your life, even if things are, dying or disappearing. This is ultimately happening because it's supposed to. The way things are happening, this is your indication letting you know it's happening exactly how it needs to. Okay, so it's just up to you to open up to that possibility that maybe these things that are leaving my life, or whatever is shifting or changing, even if it's really, challenging or chaotic, is ultimately going to benefit me. Okay, you have to decide that. So we also have open up, that came out first. So this is, again, spirit saying open up to, what is trying to come in for you. Okay. We also have surrender, come through spirit, okay? Open up, surrender, and protect your energy, okay? So again, spirit is saying that whatever is shifting in your experience right now, it's ultimately putting you in place to receive abundance, to receive maybe what it is you've been asking for, but it's up to you to be willing to be open up to receive that, okay? So anything that's leaving your life is basically making space and clearing room for you to have it to receive, for your energetic container to be open enough and expanded enough to receive this new thing, or these new experiences, this new life for some of you, okay? So that's going to be up to you on what you do with that, all right? Now, let's get into your reading. So how's your North Node journey been for you up until this point? So we have two that came out, as well as a clarifier. So first that came out is the Artist. That's beautiful. So in this deck, this is kind of like an additional sort of major arcana, the Artist, okay? And then we have the Knight of Cups, and that is clarified by the Four of Swords. So what I'm getting here is, for some of you, it's really, this North Node journey has been, I feel like, one of that's really trying to help you or support you in using the things that you've experienced, maybe things you had to heal from or heal yourself from, ultimately using that, like putting it into service in some type of way, using your experiences to help other people in some type of way. Okay. For some of you, it's like the things that have happened to you, it's been showing you how, or it's been trying to at least show you how, those experiences that you had to heal from are ultimately ways that you can help other people. It's ultimately helping you basically use the lessons you've learned, or whatever you can extract from those experiences, to help other people. For some of you, that is how you're going to find your purpose. If you've been like on this journey of like, I'm trying to figure it out, or I'm not really sure, things like that, that is one beautiful place to start, is going within to try to get clarity. But not only getting clarity about what that is, but also identifying the things that I've gone through, that I've healed from. Maybe what are those experiences that I feel pulled or passionate about sharing with other people. That's kind of part of how I've discovered where my gifts lie, or part of what I now specialize in when it comes to my purpose, is based on my own experiences, things that I've overcome, right? So for those of you, this is giving me that similar energy where, you're trying to maybe use your creativity by way of healing. Some of you have been using your creative energy to help you heal. Okay. And that's a really beautiful thing as well. So let's see, where are you at currently? What energy is currently available to you? So again, two that came out. So we have the Three of Cups, beautiful, followed by the Ace of Cups, really nice, and the fucking Chariot. What? Another 7. So some of you may be life path number 7. 7 may be of significance, maybe a person of significance. So this is a Cancer energy here, okay? As well as Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, all right? So a lot of water energy going on here. So some of you may be a Cancer sign as well as the Ace of Cups. Okay, with the Three of Cups, a lot of emotional King of Cups, okay, with the Eight of Cups, like a lot of emotional watery energy here, all right, as well as Scorpio. So heavy on the water for sure. So what's currently available to you here is it feels like a really an opportunity for some of you to reconnect with someone. It could be a Cancer. Others of you, what's available currently is it feels like an opportunity to really celebrate having a new start, putting yourself first in some type of way. For some of you, that is the sovereign energy that some of you that are being guided to step into. By doing so, that is what's going to be the catalyst to really put you in alignment on your purpose, on your path, because that's also what the Chariot represents, right? Is being in alignment. Being, most times in other decks, this card is depicted with two horses, a black and white horse that don't have reins, right? Because when we're in alignment, when when our head and heart is on the same page, our feminine and masculine are in sync, they're in unison, there's no need to control anything because we both know our parts, we're both aware of our roles and when we need to respond, when we need to chill. It's an alignment, right? So this is what's available to you right now. Is it feels like an opportunity maybe to step into that, to really put yourself first in that way. For others of you, this is an opportunity here that's presenting itself, that is being gifted to you from the divine, maybe for your alignment, for the work you've been doing, maybe for the cycles you've been closing, or you allowing yourself to release and surrender to your own path and purpose. That is what's going to put you in alignment. That is what's going to give you reasons to celebrate. Okay, again, this is energy that's available to you currently. So that's, again, it's going to be up to you, right, to open up and surrender to that. Okay, because like I said, you have fated events coming in here, fated events that are trying to happen, fated abundance that is meant for you. It's just a matter of the timing. When are you going to allow it? When are you going to open up to it? That's really what it feels like the timing is here. It's not about the universe's timing necessarily. It's more so about when are you going to open up to what we're trying to give you, right? And that's going to be, going to be different for each of you. Okay, so let's see. So energy going forward, what is ahead? So we have the 10 of Wands, okay, followed by the Hermit, 10-9. So what this feels like is this is an opportunity. What's ahead here is it feels like an opportunity to release what is no longer serving you. Okay, what has been heavy, what has been weighing you down, what has been maybe keeping you feeling stuck or stagnated. Okay, and really be able to focus and turn inward, turn that your energy maybe that you've been putting out or overexerting or giving to other people. It's like there's an opportunity here for you to drop that and be able to really turn inward and focus more on yourself. Okay, to really have that time to take a break and really focus on what you need or what you want, what you desire going forward. Okay, so let's see. And this is also Virgo energy, so we have Cancer here, Virgo here. All right, so let's keep going. So where spirit wants you to focus right now as it pertains to your north node is the Emperor, Aries energy. Okay, beautiful. And the Aries energy is clarified by the star. This is Aquarius energy. So you may want to check out that reading. Um, but this is beautiful. So spirit really wants you to focus on really stepping into your power. Maybe for some of you, this is stepping into your masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. We all have both energies within us, feminine and the masculine. So for some of you, this is about stepping into your masculine energy, really stepping into that boss-like energy of, for some of you, this is about being an entrepreneur. Okay. It's about really stepping into your own power, into your own sovereignty, into your own independence. Okay. For some of you, that is part of your path, because that's exactly what this star card represents. So yes, while it does also indicate wish fulfillment, getting what you want, being on track, it also does speak of destiny, okay, which is again also the fates. Okay, so this is about fated events. Okay, so for some of you, spirit is wanting you to focus on being on path, being on your journey. For some of you, it's about really focusing on where you're putting your energy on, really being stepping up to the plate for some of you, and being that boss that you're supposed to be, really stepping into this boss like energy. That's where your abundance is going to come from. Okay, that is where this, for some of you that have been um asking for success, asking for support in completing your goals, things like that. This is how you're going to get there, okay, is by embodying, right, this boss like energy, this person who is successful, because that's what the Aries, this Emperor energy is as well. He's not just a boss, he is successful, he is accomplished, right? He is independent, he is wealthy, he is stable, right? That's what a boss is they've, when you get to the emperor status, that is someone who has mastered all the other areas of all the other four kings. Okay, there's one king in each for each suit, right? But there's only one emperor. Okay, so that means that to get to the emperor status, right, which is where some of you may not be yet if you're being asked to focus on this, this is what's available for you. This is where spirit wants you to focus on embodying that, meaning mastering your emotions, which is the king, right? Mastering the king of wands, which is your passions, the lustful energy, right? Your desires, taking action. Mastering the king of swords, which is your thoughts, your intellect, your mind, right? And then mastering the pentacle, the king of pentacles, which is your stability, your money, your resources. Okay, so once you master all those areas, that is what puts you here. So for those of you, if you're being asked to focus on this, focus on your path as a boss, or focus on your path as becoming the best, highest version of you. That's how you get there, is mastering those areas first will put you in this emperor energy. Okay, and that goes the same for the empress, right? As you know, it pertains to the feminine aspect of it. So the energy that is currently supporting you on your north node is Two of Wands. Two of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So this is what's supporting you here is, it feels like an opportunity to choose, to decide what path you want to go down, right? And that's always we always have that decision, right? What direction do you want to choose? What are you willing to leave behind that you feel is in alignment, that you feel deep down, right, intuitively? What are you being asked to leave behind? Okay, you're being supported in whatever decision that it feels like you're making at this time. So you're just being asked, though, to really feel into what you're being pulled to, what you're being guided to do, what direction you're being guided to go, and allow yourself to follow that. Okay, because again, what's available here is by you, if you allow yourself to really tap in, go within, and connect to that, aspect of yourself, to receive that guidance and choose yourself, it's only going to lead to celebration. It's only going to lead to success, to victory, to overcoming the challenges, to overcoming, the difficulties, overcoming whatever it is that some of you have been asked to surrender, being asked to give up or release in some type of way. It's only going to put you exactly where you need to be. Okay, it's like it's like you can't go anywhere but up, is what this feels like. You can't go anywhere but up from here. Okay, but that's going to be, again, you have to choose that. And that's, again, what's supporting you, meaning that whatever you decide, whatever you choose, you're being supported. The universe always says yes. The universe either always says yes, not right now, or there's something better. Okay, that's where people get it kind of fucked up. Even myself at some point, before I learned that we take it personal when we feel like we're being denied something or rejected in some type of way. We're not realizing that's a lot of times higher power telling you that's not for you. I just said that. Okay, and we already talked about this earlier. So this is source saying that wasn't for you. That's why we're asking you to release it. Maybe that job that you thought you wanted, right? Maybe that person you thought you wanted, you're being asked to surrender it, because a higher power is trying to tell you that if we're telling you to give this up, or if we're trying to tell you to leave this alone, right, to isolate yourself from this thing, it's because it's not for you. Or if that thing is isolating itself from you, it's because it's not for you. Okay, some of you, that's a result of the healing you've been doing. Okay, so sign sign or synchronicity that you either are seeing or should be looking out for going forward for the rest of 2024, which I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, I can't recall right now, but the real new year is March 20th. So we have a lot more time than we thought we did. Okay, that's why a lot of people, if you think about it, when people make New Year's resolutions, a lot of them don't keep them. That's because it's generally, energetically speaking, it's equivalent to trying to plant seeds in snow. They're not going to grow because the soil, the environment is not conducive for growth at that time. Okay, so that is, again, why it's important. Once I learned that, it's important for me to share, and then it's up to you to decide what you do with that information. I encourage you to do your own research. That way you can verify it for yourself. Okay, and you're not just taking my word for it. Okay, so we have eyeballs. Okay, so eyes, eyeball, that could be, so for some of you, you may start seeing eyes everywhere. You may feel like eyes are watching you, or eyes are, you have eyes on you. Okay, make sure you're shielding your energy, especially at this time. You're always, you always have eyes on you, especially like energetically speaking, where your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they're always watching over you, right? And so that also is indicative of making sure that, because you have eyes on you at all times, okay, that are maybe hiding, this is also indicative of making sure that you're making moves with integrity. That meaning you're doing the right thing even when no one is watching, because you're always being watched, right? But others of you, this could also be indicative of Keep an eye on your surroundings, making sure that if you have to, go places at nighttime, make sure you're being mindful of the energy around you. Okay. And as well, what I've been also hearing a lot lately by creators that I really value their insight on is how like the things that are happening in the sky, right? When they want you to look up, that's when you should be looking around you. Okay. So, and that it's like always do the opposite, right? If so, that means, for example, if the news is telling you that, hey, we're having meteors and blah blah blah, or we have aliens that are coming down, so make sure you keep an eye on the sky, da da da. That's an indication that you need to do the opposite. That instead you need to be looking around you. So keep an eye on your surroundings, because that's where the real shit is going to be that you need to be aware of, is what's on the ground, okay? Not what's up in the sky. So if they're telling you to, do something, keep an eye on what's around you, that's when you should be looking up at the sky and seeing what's happening there. You see what I'm saying? So, but again, use your intuition, okay? Others of you could be going through a spiritual awakening, okay? That could be also what the things that you're being asked to surrender or that you're being asked to let go of, is because it's ultimately a catalyst to your spiritual awakening, to but it's going to require you to follow your intuition about these things. Okay, that's also what this Queen of Cups here energy is as well. Okay, this is about not only tapping into your creative energy, your feminine energy, but your own intuition. Okay, she's this queen. When she's in this energy, she is very intuitive. She's tapped the fuck in. So you're being asked, some of you Capricorns, to tap in. Okay, tap in, follow your intuition, especially when it comes to the things that you're being asked to maybe release in order to heal, the things you're maybe being asked to surrender and fall back away from. Okay, that's going to be, different for all of you and individual to all of you. So again, it's going to be up to you to really follow your intuition and trust the guidance that you receive when you ask. Okay, so keywords for eyes is monitoring spirits. Some of you may have monitoring spirits. um Watch your surroundings when out. Yes. Third eye chakra is very active. Third eye upgrades activations. Like I said, some of you, your third eye may be opening up at this time as well. Okay, that could be another reason why certain things are falling away, because you're being put on your path, and other people, if they're going to serve as a distraction or try to tell you, like, try to make you doubt your intuition or make you doubt the things that you're seeing or that you're experiencing, that's why they're leaving. Okay, it's all for, again, it's happening in divine order. Okay. Let's see yourself and others clearly. Illusions are clearing. Exactly. See beyond the mind. Use eye bright to support healthy eyesight. So for those of you that are physically having experiences with your eyesight, the herb eye bright is a very good herb. Please, again, do your research. And the only reason why I say that is because I always like to give people the opportunity to look into something for themselves, to then make an informed decision. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I don't have, the end all be all answers. I just know what works for me based on not only my own experiences, but experiences that I've heard from other people, and, to navigate from there. So that's why I always say do your research. Okay. So, like I said, Capricorns, if you may be seeing eyes, others of you, this is your indication that you may have monitoring spirits. If you feel that you may have people, like it always feels like you're in your house and things are watching you, or something's watching you, that can be a high indication of to clear your energy. Okay, that's again where Spirit is saying protect. Thank you, Spirit. Now it makes sense. Okay, why we got protect at the very beginning of the reading before we even flipped any of the other cards. Okay, protect. And now here we know this is why, because you have people that are watching you, people that maybe don't want to see you do well. Okay, also monitoring spirits, meaning spirits that send monitors that show up in different forms. It could be showing up in a certain bird. Okay, we all know, or at least feel by now, a lot of us know that not all the birds that we see are actually real. Some of them are robots, right? Also, if you find that flies, right, tend to seem to just stay, they don't go, you shoo them away and they come right back, that can be another indication of a monitoring spirit. So again, you want to clear your energy and protect your energy, shield your energy. I won't say protect, because when you send out the energy of protection, that is ultimately indicating that you need to be protected from something. That is what you're calling in by doing that, is I have something that I need protection from. You don't want to do that. So just declare that I'm shielded, I'm safe, I don't have to worry about certain things. Okay, but still keep your eyes open. Okay, monitor your surroundings, make sure you're aware of what's going on around you. Okay, but also surrender to knowing that I am safe, I am shielded, I don't need to worry about certain things. But you do have to call it in, you do have to trust it, that I know I'm safe and shielded, and also move in that energy. You can't just say I'm protected but then be scared. You see what I'm saying? You can't say and declare that I know I'm good, I know I'm protected, but then on the flip side you're worried as fuck. You see what I'm saying? It's opposing energies, and Whatever is stronger, that is going to win. So meaning if your fear is stronger than your trust that you are safe, you're going to experience things to be fearful for. Okay. I'm just saying that's how this shit works. That's how energy works. Whatever vibration is stronger is going to dominate the situation. Okay. So if you don't want to have to worry about whatever these people monitoring spirits or whatever, however that's showing up, you don't want to have to worry about that, then shield your energy properly and you won't have to. Okay. So Capricorns, that's what I have for you. I trust that those that resonate with the messages receive them. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do. I love y'all so much. Until next time. Howdy.